Hey Laura Learns, and Merry Christmas everybody. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. It was very low-key at my house. We only had my son here. Normal tradition sort of went out the window because I didn't want to do a big turkey with only the three of us. So because he turned 20, we figured why not just let him decide what would be a fun family meal. And so we had steak frites for our Christmas supper, which was just kind of a fun way of doing it. Anyway, I haven't updated you in a long time on my Mounjaro journey, and so I have actually switched from Mounjaro to Zepbound. And for those of you wondering why, it's simply because of insurance. I sort of knew that going in, that may be an issue, because what I had researched was Mounjaro and Zepbound are the exact same medication. But Mounjaro is prescribed for people who are diabetic, and I am not. I do not have diabetes. And Zepbound is given a prescription for those who want to lose weight. Really, it's just the label that is the only thing that is different, and my insurance company wanted that label changed. And so I did end up having to pay out of pocket the first few months because I had just went to my pharmacy, got my prescription filled, and they did not honor it. My insurance company did not honor it, and it took us a while to go back and forth to figure out what those reasons were. Originally we thought it was the dosage, but in fact it was just the labeling. So once they told us to do to Zepbound, went back to my family doctor, asked her to switch it, and she did. Interestingly enough, I knew that from the start, and so I had asked my doctor for Zepbound right off the start, but she did not know what that was. She did know what Mounjaro was, however, and was comfortable prescribing me that. And so that little glitch did end up costing me some money, but mostly my own impatience, because my girlfriend waited until her insurance had approved what she had wanted, because a lot of insurances you have to be pre-approved. So you have to have a doctor's note, which I did have, saying why you need to be prescribed this weight loss medication. And so for me, I do have a heart arrhythmia, and because I'm 50% fat, basically, there are risks to my health for being this overweight. And so my doctor did write me a note, and I think as long as I have a note, I'm hoping that the insurance will continue to cover it. But I'm happy to say my husband's plan covers 100% of my medication for the next year. So I was quite impressed, because I thought I'd only get 80% coverage. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. So I am on Zepbound. I'm up to my 5 milligram dose. Haven't really noticed any big changes with that so far. Still only having nausea or weird symptoms when I do something that isn't quite right. I did have my very first instances of those like effervescent burps, basically. I don't know what that is, but literally just felt like I was like bubbling from the inside, like a soda pop or something, and I had nothing with spritz in it. And so, but it was the day I had a turkey supper with my curling group, and so I'm thinking I just had eaten too much. Then I didn't eat anything really for supper, and so I don't know if it was just the process of having a really huge meal and then really only drinking water the rest of the day or what, but it was bizarre feeling, let me tell you. But apparently normal, so I wasn't too worried about it. Next day, I just did not eat near as much, kind of let my system cleanse out, and I haven't had the situation again since then. So I'm very happy about that, because normally I'm feeling pretty good. Mostly just tired, if anything. Maybe lack of calories, could be lack of iron with my heavy periods and my perimenopause, combination of those types of things. I also started on estrogen. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about that. So I went to see Dr. Bishop, who runs the Bariatric Medical Center here in town. Again, was referred from my family physician. And I really liked him, I have to say. He's very knowledgeable and gives some very good visuals and explanations of things, and really no judgment at all. He was so good. And one of the first things he did ask me about was if I was on hormone replacement therapy, and got me tested. When I went back for my last appointment, sure enough, he said, yes, the results can change and juggle, but that based on my numbers, I was definitely in perimenopause, and that it would be worth it for preventative measures, if nothing else, to go ahead and get on the hormone treatments. So I have started that, and it is interesting because I am freezing now. Everybody's perimenopause symptoms are different, right? But the main big ones are hot flashes and night sweats. And it does happen to be the first thing that the hormone treatment works on is your temperature. And so for me, because those are not my symptoms are more joint pain than anything. I'm just cold. And so like at bedtime, I am freezing. So yeah, it has been bizarre to feel that way, but from what I've been reading online, that's very normal, and my system should regulate itself within a month or so back to normal. But maybe when I go curling now, I'll actually have to wear a sweater and not my t-shirt because I was warm before. But anyhow, the joints tend to be one of the last things that the estrogen will help with, and so it may take 2 or 3 months before I see any relief in that regard. So I'm waiting to see what happens there, but it has so far been at least a good experiment. The other thing that I have done is gone off my turmeric. I had been taking an extremely high dose, apparently. Like, I mean, I knew I was taking a high dose, but because my joints were hurting me, I thought that was a good thing. But turmeric can be hard on your kidneys and your liver, and so having too much of it, which I was dangerous. So the only thing that caught me was actually ChatGPT. I went on and was talking about different things and just was asking, because I can only seem to buy this dosage at Bulk Barn. And he said, not to be an alarmist, but you should stop taking that dosage immediately. That is way too high for normal people to be doing, and blah, 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 blah. So I went, oh, okay. And yes, it was much too high. I mean, we're talking like, I think it's 9,000 milligrams or something like that. So it's like much, much higher than the regular dosage we're talking about. So just something to look into if you've kind of gone a little over the top end like I have, just because of the joint pain. So I'm focusing a little bit more on the fish oil again now. Anyway, I'm rambling. I do appreciate for those of you who have been listening to me, but those are a few of the things I have been doing in regards to perimenopause and losing weight. And I hope that whatever journey you are on, that you are finding some of this information helpful or useful. And I appreciate hearing your stories. So keep commenting and sending me private messages and let me know what's going on in your world. I hope that things are going well, and looking forward to a new year and all that brings with it. Cheers, guys.